This episode of BestowCast, we're going to rank the Marvel movies. This Brainiac over here with the huge gourd on her shoulders, with big melons, like, hey, we talked about Doctor Strange. We should rank all the Marvel movies, and like add more gears to this machinery, and then put more things in, and then make it all like seize up and like crash and like send people 50 notifications because we keep restarting, and it's just like, nuh-uh. But we got there.
Yeah.
We got there. So I'd like to present our tier list for the Marvel movies. There it is. Trying to find MCU list that does not include the Sony pictures and everything else that just blew the door open with the last several movies. There's a few things in there that we are not going to count tonight. Let's get to that part. Thor's hammer. All right. So we took out the Sony, we took out the TV series, we took out the Disney Plus series, we took out the stuff that they added as extra, because all that stuff is canon. And so we're not reviewing those tonight, we're not ranking those tonight. We are going to rank just strictly the Marvel proper movies. What do you want to do first? Do you want to go, you're just going to go how it appears on the screen, or you're actually going to try like by release? I think by release would be Iron Man 1.
Iron Man 1. Since I don't remember it, I'm just going to put it in the haven't watched.
Haven't watched. All right.
I know I've seen it.
Okay.
I just don't remember it. So I don't really have an opinion on it.
Okay.
Incredible Hulk, I also don't remember.
All right, which one's Incredible Hulk? I don't even know. This icon is so small.
The one with Hulk on.
Oh, so you're listing that as a haven't watched as well?
Yeah, because I don't remember it.
Okay. Moving on. I think Iron Man, was it either Iron Man 2 or Thor was the next one?
Well, Thor I don't remember.
This is going to be the easiest list ever.
Yeah, I got memory loss.
Which one is Thor? Thor is this one. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. I think I sort of remember that one.
That's the one with Whiplash.
Well, I don't remember names, but I sort of remember it. So I'm gonna put it in a solid C.
Solid C? C for I almost remember it.
C for I almost remember it.
I almost see it. I can almost see it with my eyes closed. Okay. I think maybe Guardians of the Galaxy might be the next one.
Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna put at a solid A.
Solid A. Solid A?
Yeah, I like that movie.
Solid. It's not an S though.
No.
It's just an A.
It's an A.
It's an A.
Yeah.
It's an A. It's serviceable.
Good. Avengers, I'm gonna put in a C tier.
Any particular reason?
No. I like it.
Just because?
Yeah, it feels right. I like it, but I don't like it like as much as I'll like the later ones.
Okay.
And I don't hate it, so like I'm not gonna put it in the F.
Okay.
It's just there.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a movie.
I think Captain America was actually before Avengers because that was the first Avenger. I think that was because he ends up at the end of that movie he ends up frozen, and that's where he ends up back in the present day, which is why he's with the Avengers.
I don't remember that one, so it's going in haven't watched.
All right. Well, it looks like we're going to be watching a lot of movies after tonight's podcast.
Yeah, we're going to have to rewatch a lot of the older ones that would have been, I don't know, I would have been really, not really young,
but
younger.
You would have been younger. Iron Man 3 was 2013, so Iron Man film has been in production since 2007.
Yeah.
So you would have been...
I would have been teeny tiny. Ant-Man, I'm going to put in B.
B.
Yeah.
You might remember that one more so than
I do. I remember that one actually a lot more than the other ones.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah.
A B?
Yeah.
Why not an A? Why not a C?
Well, because.
Because. He's Ant-Man, not B, man.
I don't know. Like, it's a good movie.
Hmm?
Again, I do really like it.
The thing with Ant-Man was it was supposed to be directed by Edgar Wright. And Disney, or not Disney, but Marvel has a tight rein on how they direct the stuff. You know, they have to adhere to how they do. So the Disney, or not the Disney movies, the Marvel movies have a tendency to be more like producer directed versus director directed, because they have to have a very precise way that they still tell the story, and that's how they mesh. Like Jon Favreau kind of had an issue with it come Iron Man 2. And Edgar Wright had an issue with it, and Edgar Wright ended up leaving Ant-Man because of creative differences. They just couldn't agree to have the same vision. And when he left, he went to make Baby Driver. So he made Baby Driver instead of...
I love Baby Driver.
And I knew that. That's why I told you.
I don't remember this one at all.
That's okay. A lot of people want to forget Thor 2.
I'm ahead of the
A lot
game.
of people...
I'm ahead of the game. I already forgot it.
A lot of people, I guess if anybody else was ranking these things, a lot of people would like put Thor 2 on the F tier.
Yeah.
Then I would guess I would go with Iron Man 3, maybe?
Iron Man 3. I very, very, very vaguely remember this one. So I'm gonna put it in D.
D.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, which would be this one right there. I think Age of Ultron came out next.
I strangely remember weird details about this movie, and for that reason, I'm putting it in B.
In B.
Yeah.
Just because you have strange details about this movie.
Yeah. Because I remember like when they took the big piece of the ground, and like Ultron was there, and they were like fighting him, and that's all I remember about the movie, and that's the only part that I remember. About
You don't
the
remember
movie.
the creation of Vision. You don't remember the Scarlet Witch and Pietro,
No,
Quicksilver.
I know.
No.
Just,
This is the first movie they all appeared in, and you don't remember all that.
I just remember
no.
the ground.
So Captain America: Civil War, I believe, is the next one on that list.
Civil War, I'm gonna put in C.
I mean, this was kind of our big,
It's-
good guys
yeah.
versus bad guys, or well, not even good guys versus bad guys. It's good guys versus good guys kind of thing.
I remember it, and I remember it fondly, but not like.
See, I'm going to be reviewing this so much differently because I'm like, I read the comic.
I'm just going off of my little faulty memory. So Homecoming, I'm gonna put in B.
B.
It's good, but I like the other movies, like the other Spider-Man ones, that came after it. I like them more.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it in B.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Civil War is Captain America 3.
Civil War.
Civil War you put in
Oh,
C is
we
Captain
already
America
did it.
3. Captain America 2 came out before that. Ooh. So Captain America 2.
Winter Soldier. I'm gonna put it in C
C.
because Bucky.
Because Bucky. Yeah, this actually, Captain America 2 happens before Age of Ultron, because this is the whole Hydra, Hail Hydra.
I love Bucky.
And Bucky, yep.
I love Bucky.
You love Bucky.
I love Bucky.
You love Bucky.
I do. I like Black Panther a lot, so I'm putting it in A.
A.
Yeah.
Any reasons?
I like it a lot.
You like it a lot.
I like it
You
a
like
lot.
it a lot.
I do.
You like Shuri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Black Panther's sister? Yeah, okay.
I do like her.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I forgot that was on there.
Volume 2
Oh!
goes in A tier.
A tier. Volume 2 goes in E tier. Now, I can't really see. Oh, so Volume 1, Volume 2, and what else is in A tier?
Black Panther.
And Black Panther, they're all in A tier.
Yeah, because I like those ones.
You like those ones.
Yeah.
You just don't love those ones.
Yeah, I don't love them, but I
They're
like
in the-
Infinity War, Breaker of Many Hearts, solid S tier.
Solid S. We got our first S. You got to remember you saw that in the theaters. Right?
Yeah.
You and your friend and everybody. Your friend like lost her freaking mind.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm gonna put that in B tier. It's good. And
But you get the Wasp.
Yeah, and I like the Wasp. I like her
You
a
could
lot.
like the Wasp like action scene. Did we even get the Wasp in the first one? I don't think we got the Wasp in the first one. No, it was all him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she gets her post-credit scenes. He reveals her costume. Her dad shows her the costume.
Yeah, I like her a lot. She's very girl boss.
Girl boss.
Yep, very girl boss.
Doctor Strange, solid S.
Solid S.
Solid S.
I know you've probably worn out the Blu-ray. I know you've probably.
I have watched this movie over and over and over and over again. I love Doctor Strange. He is my favorite. So he goes in.
It went from being Iron Man to Doctor Strange.
I liked Iron Man for a very long time.
Because like everybody got like action figures of whatever they were into. Your mom was into the Hulk, so she gets out Hulk action figures for Christmas. Your sister's into Spider-Man, she gets Spider-Man stuff. Although I think before Spider-Man became a part of Marvel, I think she was getting something else on top of it. And then you were getting Iron Man. And, yeah, everybody was into their own little faction of the Marvel universe, which was just fun.
I remember, speaking of getting Iron Man stuff, I remember that one Comic-Con when we got the artwork done by that one guy. I don't know who it was by, but he was like, well, who do you like? And I was like, Iron Man. And Kara was like, Deadpool. And so I have that. It's
You
still
have
on
that
wall.
mashup that has the Iron Man Deadpool. Well, when we went and saw Stan Lee, you also got the autograph on an Iron Man comic.
Oh my god.
So your graded Iron Man comic with the Stan Lee signature is Iron Man. Thor Ragnarok.
I'm going to put this in B.
Wow.
Because Loki.
Because Loki.
Yeah. Because Loki.
Because Loki.
I love Loki. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I'm gonna put Captain Marvel in A tier. I feel like not a lot of people like her, but
I think a lot of people don't like the actress.
yeah,
I don't know about. I think like Brie Larson has
yeah.
rubbed a few people the wrong way.
I feel like with Captain Marvel, you either have the people who really like her, or you have the people who really don't like her. Like there's no in between. I'm the in between.
You're the in between.
Yeah, I like her, but I don't love her, but I like her. And Goose.
In Goose.
And Goose. I love
You gotta
Goose.
like Goose.
I love Goose. Far From Home. I liked Far From Home a lot, so I'm gonna put it in A tier.
Are these the movies that you're starting to remember because you see them all
Yeah.
in theaters?
Yeah.
Endgame.
Endgame I'm gonna put in A tier.
Yeah, A tier. Any tier. Pick A tier.
Yep, I picked A tier.
A tier. All right.
Shed A tier.
All right.
Yep. I mean, I liked it.
You liked it.
I liked it.
You liked it.
I liked it.
You just liked it.
I liked it.
You really
it was
liked
a good
it.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just didn't super like it.
No, I just didn't super like it.
You didn't super
I didn't
like it. You
super
just like it.
I just like it. Black Widow, I'm gonna put in B tier. Because I like her.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that movie. It was funny and it was good and cool.
Just good and cool.
I don't know how to like explain these. Like I just like them.
Did you watch Shang-Chi?
I don't think so,
I don't
actually.
think so. I saw Shang-Chi by myself.
So that's gonna be the only one in the haven't watched that I actually haven't watched.
Uh-oh. Well, that would be another one. And Eternals. I tried playing Eternals last week after we were watching Moon Knight, and I played Eternals afterwards. And you went to bed because you had school the next day.
Yeah, I was
So,
tired. I watched the beginning, and from what I saw, I liked it. So I'm gonna put it in C.
See, just because of the beginning.
Just because of the beginning.
It's just because of what I see.
Just because. Or maybe I should put it in D. I'll put it in
D?
I'll put it in D because of the beginning. Because I didn't get to finish it, but I liked the beginning, so it bumps it up.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Big surprise. It's going in Esh.
Only because of Doctor Strange, right? No other reason.
Not only because of Doctor Strange. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Yeah, I like him as Spider-Man, and I like this movie a lot. It's, it's got that nice sad ending.
Well, you get Tom Holland, you
Yeah.
get Andrew Garfield,
Yeah,
you get
yeah. I like Andrew Garfield.
and you get
a
like
lot,
Doc
too.
Ock, which was actually one of my favorite villains from the Sam Raimi. Like Spider-Man 2. Like if we were ranking this, Spider-Man 2 would rank pretty high because that's actually I like that a lot better than Spider-Man 1, even though it's practically the same movie. And then the last one we have here is, of course, Multiverse of Madness. MOM.
Not so big surprise. S tier. I liked it a lot when we saw it. It was a really, really good movie. You liked it a lot too.
It was fine. Here is Riley's ranking.
Yep.
And we'll get to my ranking after a small break.
We're also working on the Ant-Man as a possible series. And we're working on Doctor Strange and the Black Panther. And sooner or later, everything Marvel has done will be on the screen.
You can catch the rest of this interview on youtube.com/Bestow TV. You got the list from one side of the room.
Woo!
And now for my list. We configured this a little bit better in the break. It's arranged on how it was actually released. Ha-ha! I did homework.
Yes, you did.
Homework. All right, so Iron Man. Since this is a baseline movie, I'm gonna start this one off with B, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be changing this down the road. I mean, it's a good starter film. I always thought that Incredible Hulk came out first, but I guess it was the other way around. And then Incredible Hulk. Now, there's a lot of back and forth with Incredible Hulk and Edward Norton. You know, they changed Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo in the new ones and stuff. I don't want to rate F. Like, honestly, like, even the worst, like, Marvel movie is not the worst movie. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not, like, I feel like a lot of the Marvel movies, even the bad movies, are not that bad. Versus, like, some of the DC movies where they're like, I don't even ever want to put this in the VCR ever again.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, you're picking one side or the other because you're pro Marvel. No, not really. Like, I want to enjoy a good sci-fi, a good comic book movie. I want you to do something good. I want you to do Batman good. I want you to do Superman good. I want you to do Wonder Woman good. I want you to do Doomsday good. I don't want you to put those 4 things in one movie when they could easily be 6 movies on their own.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not me being a Marvel fan over a DC fan, but I feel like the Marvel stuff, even at a failure level, are still a decent film. And with that being said, I think so like F would be like the worst. D, maybe I'll make the bottom line. We'll go with D. Iron Man 2. A lot of hate for Iron Man 2 as well. A lot of hate for a lot of movies. It's not a bad movie, but it's not, I don't know, kind of almost the same as Iron Man 1. It's kind of got that samey kind of feel to it. Mm-hmm. They don't really do much with like Justin Hammer or anything else. You know, they do the classic thing where the villain dies at the end. So Whiplash dies. So Whiplash, you're never gonna get Whiplash again in a future movie. I'm gonna do C for that. Thor, again, we got an origin story. You got to deal with origin stories. Got a lot of origin stories when you got to get up to Infinity Gauntlet. You got to establish all these peoples. I'm gonna go C with Thor. Yeah.
See, they just kind of feel right.
C with Thor. Yeah, you got the origins of Hawkeye. You got like Colton like fleshed out a little bit more. You get the extended ending from Iron Man 2 kind of continuing in this one where they find the hammer. You got the great Stan Lee cameo where he's trying to pull the hammer out with his truck and he rips the bumper off. I mean, maybe I should be ranking these on Stan Lee cameos, right? Which one had the best Stan Lee cameo? So then we get to Captain America: First Avenger. I'm not as far as the comic books go, I'm not a Captain America fan. Again, I'd like to see comic book movies be comic book movies, and I guess it was very true to what it was at heart and stuff. I think out of a lot of them, this was probably one that I usually skip. I mean, he's fine. I think I like the stuff that's more modern. Mm-hmm. You know, once we get in Winter Soldier and once we start getting into, like, the later movies are more like crossover movies. Mm-hmm. I think I care for the series a little bit more. I'm going to go with, if I can find my mouse, I mean, it's even though it's not my favorite, it's not the worst one. I'm going to go probably C on that one again. Then we finally get the first team up. Everybody all together. Even all those minor roles. We get Black Widow and we get Hawkeye. I actually think I would go a little bit higher and actually go with a B on.
Be influenced.
Be influenced. I'm trying not to. There's good stuff in Iron Man 3. There's good stuff in Iron Man 3. I wasn't offended by the fake Mandarin. And again, they kind of come back around and they fix that. They fix that come Shang-Chi. Well, they fixed that with the one thing that we pulled out of here, which is, I forget what it's called, but it's where the true Mandarin comes forward and speaks to Trevor Shaw in jail. But I wasn't, like, that didn't bother me. I guess when you look at the comic books, I'm not a big Iron Man fan, so I didn't read a lot of Iron Man. So again, it's just based off the entertainment value. It was like, was I entertained? Did I enjoy what I know of that character? I mean, I liked Killian Eldritch. Kildren Eldritch? Was that his name? Killian? I think it was Killian. It's actually the Extremis. I read the Extremis comic book actually after watching that, because this is what it's based off of. I think I'll go B with that. Yeah.
B feel right?
I guess B feels all right. Thor: Lost World. I don't hate it as much as other people. I'm gonna go D with that one. This is the Winter Soldier, so we start getting some Bucky stories.
Bucky.
So I did the first Avenger as a C. But I did like the stuff with Bucky and stuff and learning more. But I don't think this movie, I think I only watched in the theater, and I don't think I've ever watched since.
I don't know if I think I have watched it after. You got this. I believe in you.
Do I though?
Yep.
You know, yeah. I'm going to go with B. I'll be with that. I like the Bucky stuff. Bucky did pretty good. And then you also get the introduction of Black Panther in this one too. I get the origin of Black Panther in this. So this is a no-brainer. Guardians of the Galaxy is the S tier.
Yep.
This is the crown jewel. This is what all the movies are going to be judged upon from here on out. I think by this time I was actually reading the comics with this particular team up. Growing up, this team never existed. This team started in like the 2000s, which seems to be the arc of how the movies go, is like the story arcs are like maybe like 5 years old. And then they kind of make the movies off of those and then throw in some of the older stuff in the background. So I actually I had read quite a few of the books with Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord, and they didn't have Moondragon, no Adam Warlock, still no Adam Warlock. We're almost the third movie in, and still no Adam Warlock. Age of Ultron. So a lot of stuff hinges on Age of Ultron. Story-wise, though, I
like Vision.
It's got good moments and stuff, but I don't know, like, if I care for the plot. So I guess I'm gonna go B. I think I'm gonna go B with that. Ant-Man. Peyton Reed was the director of Ant-Man. We talked about Edgar Wright was supposed to take the first pass at it, but Peyton Reed did a very good job of it. He did the sequel too. And I mean, without this movie, you wouldn't have Baby Driver, so.
I love Baby Driver.
Is it ranked up there with Guardians of the Galaxy, though?
You still have an A tier.
Yeah, I do.
A tier is still good.
A tier is still good. I do like me some Ant-Man, but I don't think I think like my default is I do watch a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy over and over. I think I will go with A on Ant-Man on. Civil War. I did read this comic, and I read this comic as it came out. I was so depressed that this movie was nowhere near. The book is so vast, and there's just like, it encompasses the whole Marvel universe. And at this point in time in the cinematic universe, we're nowhere near it. This is like, and I keep saying this is more like Civil Scuffle, not Civil War. Yeah, I guess I'll go with B. The only thing I wish they kind of would have waited for this one when they had more of a Marvel universe established. instead of like it just kind of feels like that this book came out fairly close to when the movie came out. Or it was like more recent that that they were just cashing in on the name. And I was like, I wish they kind of waited a little bit longer. I mean, I guess with this whole multiverse kind of thing, maybe they'll come back to it and fix it at some point.
They could have had Doctor Strange in Civil War.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, the thing is like everything I wanted Civil War to be, Infinity War was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you can't really do Civil War. You're going to overshadow your movie that's going to come out a couple of years later. So, I guess everything that Infinity War was what Civil War should have been. Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange. All right, we saw this in 3D. But Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. And then we got that love story with him and what's her name? I don't even see Christine. See, I don't even remember her name. I mean, you've got the downside of the origin story, and you got the Baron Dormammu. No, Dormammu is the bad guy. Baron Mordo. Mm-hmm. But the whole they never really follow up the Baron Mordo rivalry. I mean, you kind of get it in the sequel, but there's like nothing in between. It's just like, oh, he just leaves, and then there was even a post-credit scene with the Baron like talking to somebody. And
yeah,
I feel like it kind of falls short. Sometimes these post-credit scenes, and I shouldn't judge the movie over the post-credits, but I think I'm gonna knock it down a peg to A, mainly because it's like I didn't really care for the Christine love story. There's a lot of good like visual effects. The whole him like fighting in the ethereal plane, and like her like trying to stitch him together while he's in the ethereal plane, like that. All that stuff was like really fun. And Dormammu, I come to bargain. That's all fun stuff. But I don't know. I think the Christine thing bumps it down one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Where do you think I'm going to put this? Where do you think that's going to go?
Solid F.
Solid F?
Yep.
Moving on. Well, you think I'm going to put it on S, don't you? You think it's going to be an S tier movie?
Probably not.
Probably not? You would be right. It is, it doesn't beat the first one. Like, I kind of really like the first one because I like the adventure and stuff. I think that it kind of gets drugged down just a little bit with the whole him being a Celestial and his dad being a Celestial. But I guess this kind of sets the seeds also for the whole Celestial things, which is what comes around in Eternals. Mm-hmm. Homecoming. Which one? Oh, that's with Mysterio?
No.
No. That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first
one. Oh, that's the
one.
first one with the Vulture.
Yeah.
But what knocks it down a peg for me, so I'm going to put this as a B tier.
B
tier. Is the whole, like, I'm not a big fan of the Tony Stark Jr. Peter Parker.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only thing. Like, I kind of feel like he's overshadowed by being Tony Stark Jr. I mean, I get it. He's his own thing and everything. And, part of the things of why I like the Marvel Universe is how close they get to the comic book representations. And I think that they kind of miss the mark on Spider-Man just a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't hate him. But I just don't really care for the whole, like, he gets everything from Tony. Like, it doesn't really see, like, I know, like, he has the webs, he has the mask and everything from before, but everything following, he just pretty much gets that from Tony Stark. Thor Ragnarok. What an adventure and a funny movie. And lots of Loki and lots of Thor and them kind of being buddies, but not really being buddies. And this is the not World War Hulk, Planet Hulk kind of storyline. This is a more fun Thor than he was in the last several movies. Mm-hmm. I kind of enjoy the Thor in this one. And he's kind of more goofy from here on out. I mean, he was kind of goofy before, but he's really goofy. But yeah, I think I'll go S with that. That was fun. Black Panther. All right, so it dings on the origin story, even though we covered some of the origin story in Civil War. But I like the character. I like Shuri. I like the what's it, Baku, the rival team. I don't know if I would put it on an S tier though. I'd go A with that one, I think. I like it. I like it. It's a good film. It's got a good message, but
Right? Yeah, I like it.
huh?
I like it.
I like it. It's fine. I like it.
I like it. It's
I like it. Infinity War.
Yep.
No brainer. Infinity War is definitely an S. It's different than the comic, but not as different as you think. I've reread the comic since, and it's like, they're actually pretty close with a lot of this stuff. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm not going to waste too much more time. Good follow. It was as good as the first one, though. It was good. I liked the Wasp. I liked his team. But I don't think it was as good as the original. And what happens with Goliath? What happens with the Ghost? You know, they had to do this cure with Ghost, and what happened? You know, because Infinity War happens, and now all of a sudden there's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, what's going to happen with Ghost? She was supposed to, you know, if she didn't get her problem fixed, she was going to die. Captain Marvel. I didn't hate Captain Marvel. I like Captain Marvel. I love Goose. I love the 80s or the 90s Flash, the 90s kickback. I hate the fact that Goose is the reason why Nick Fury is missing his eyes because of Goose. I'm like, that sucks. That's like the worst thing ever. Like he loses his eye via a grenade in the comics, and it's like, oh, it's just some space cat claws him, and it doesn't really match up with like what he talks about in the other movies. But it's not bad. It's fun. I actually like Talos from that movie, but I'll give that. I'll put that in an A. Endgame. Where'd you put Endgame? You gave Endgame an A. You put Endgame in the A.
Yeah.
It's a satisfactory ending. I'm gonna put that in an S. I feel like it's a satisfactory follow-up to.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it not only follows up, but we get added a couple more characters. We find out what's happening in between. You know. Yeah. It's good. We get character deaths. We get characters that move on. People that were reaching the end of their contract, they were only for X amount of films. So we get a decent ending with Captain America and a fair ending with Tony Stark. And the thing that I see is that they're going to set it out for the next couple of years, and then they'll come back. They'll come back for Secret Wars or something sort of thing. Especially now that we got the multiverse established. Or From Home. With Mysterio. And what did I put the last one? I put the last one as a B. I think I actually might put this as a B as well. I think there's some hang-ups with the story. It's just kind of wonky.
A little bit.
I mean, they're trying to seed the multiverse, but then they trick you with Mysterio being. I mean, I like Mysterio. Mysterio's a good bad guy. I don't know if he's better than Doc Ock, but he's a good bad guy in this, and how he's utilizing Tony's the Stark tech. I think this is the other thing that gives it the ding is like now. Not only is Spider-Man like Tony Stark Jr., but like Mysterio is like just a disgruntled employee of Tony Stark, and it's like, okay. I mean, I guess it's better than his comic book origin of a fired actor or whatever. He's just a failed actor. Black Widow, the movie I saw twice. Story's kind of run of the mill though. I'm gonna go C with that. Would you put that at?
I put it in B.
B. Shang-Chi. I think when it comes to like these superhero movies, we're starting to get into this point where it's just like you're starting to tread the same ground after a while. There's not really
Stop kicking that.
There's not really much more that you can kind of add to the stories. I mean, I liked it, but I don't think I liked it S enough, so I will do that as an A. Eternals. It's good, but it's not great. I'm gonna go D. What is in D? Thor, Incredible Hulk, and Eternals. Do I want to go F with Eternals?
Did you hate it that much?
I didn't hate it. It's seeding a lot of stuff. There's a lot of potential in that of what's coming in the future. It kind of serves as an origin story, is what it serves as. Other than that, it's just kind of like, and it's kind of long. I think it's like on the 3 hour kind of, so it's kind of long in the tooth. No, I'm gonna stick with D on that one. Spider-Man. All right, so now we're gonna finally get an S-tier Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Best villains. I like how they finally worked in the multiverse and how everything counts. Everything prior to this counts. Tobey Maguire counts. You know, Andrew Garfield counts. Even to the degree that they're talking about making new movies with both of them as Spider-Man. I'm like, yeah, okay, totally. Good. Yeah, I think I like how Doctor Strange is in kind of a little like meh about Ned being able to sling ring. Like he just happens to have a sling ring and he just can sling rings. Like that's weird.
It's like years of practice for everyone
Yeah,
else.
everybody else. I mean, even America Chavez can't even sling ring. Although she doesn't have to. She can just punch her way into the universes. So it's just kind of weird that Ned can sling ring, but all right, whatever. But it's a fun adventure. And of course, the Multiverse of Madness. Sam Raimi, who directed the past Spider-Man movies. This is definitely an S. I love that movie.
Definitely an F.
Definitely an F. An F minus. I really liked how that one came out. I think they did a great job with that.
They did a very good job with that.
Here's my rankings and where I put anything. I don't know if I'm going to change anything. I think I'll stick with that. I like that. I think that's a good choice. Yeah. So that's our votes. Please tell us what your votes are. Please, tell us all your where you would like to rank them. What was your favorite movie? What's your number one Marvel movie and what's your number Marvel movie? And other than that, we will see you next week.